Bro, 30 minutes is a good ass summary, guys. 30 minutes is a good ass summary. That means a little bit fast. I'll make it 7 minutes. Alright, that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, on October 31st, Arknights Endfield has done their first ever live stream.
Exceptional.
This live stream was hosted by Lowlight and WUWA, two familiar individuals if you follow OG
my god,
Arknights.
that's so cute.
And the stream mainly showcasing the current progress of Endfield and what new stuff they added since the first beta in early 2025, as
Bro,
well as
why are you guys even saying this? Is it literally about like my normal talking speed? What the fuck you think?
giving information about the next beta test. And in this video, I will give you all the important information from the live stream. Starting with what people have been wanting to know the most. When is the next Endfield beta test? The second beta should be in November, and is available for PC, Android, and iOS. Unfortunately, this is still a closed beta, but much like the previous
my god, wait, chat.
but much like the previous one, you can sign up for the beta recruitment on Endfield official website. Some content creators should have also got their own invitation through the creator program. Here are the specs requirement.
Yo, so we're gonna 10 months. Exceptional. Exceptional.
Other than that, a technical test for PlayStation 5 has also been announced. Oh, and there's a pre-register event as well.
Holy.
Okay, that's the beta test stuff. In the early part of the stream, the devs told us they've rebuilt the storyline to give players a better immersive gameplay. I suspect the original Arknight's current story progression also plays a part in this. Anyway, it looks like you who play or watch the first beta gameplay can expect significant change or improvement in the prologue or in the Valley 4 arc.
Ooh. Oh my
For
god,
example, here they show us a new
writing
cutscene where Enman and the others are surrounded, and then the little red hood girl comes to the rescue. Don't think we know who she is yet, but she has been appearing in quite a lot of the game official media. Probably will become playable characters somewhere in the future. Other than that, the devs also said they have added new dialogue animations and more variety in dialogue option results. They use Angelina, or well, Gilberta and Enman conversation as an example. This is probably the scene of Gilberta's story quest, which was kind of cringe to experience in the first beta because of how unnatural the character's animation and dialogues can be when in conversation. However, it looks like the overall quest has been improved with better animation and better camera angle, but of course we haven't seen all of it yet. Moving on, the devs then showcase the beautiful graphics and scenery of this game, and also show us the area known as Wuthering. Judging from the first beta, this should be the second area you unlocked after Valley 4. There's nothing much to see during the first beta, but looks like in the second beta they are ready to showcase this area at the same level as Valley 4. Next up, in the first beta, your companions will simply tell you if there's some sort of collectibles or treasures nearby.
Perhaps there's value in giving this place a closer look.
But the game now also has a feature where your companion can guide you to certain secrets. Looks like it will be mostly a hidden treasure chest.
Oh my god, they're like
And it looks like your
Topaz.
companions can also gather the scattered items.
They're all like
A
Topaz.
feature straight up coming from Dragon's Dogma 2.
Oh my god,
By the
bro,
way,
that changes every. Okay,
I think that game is one of the best choices if you want to compare Endfield combat and exploration with other games.
Never tried before.
Well, it's a mid-game, honestly. But it does have a great combat and exploration feature, like that companion guidance. Because it makes the game more immersive by making your companion useful in something other than combat while on adventure. To further add praise to Dragon's Dogma, I believe this companion guidance
Can we
will
just
only be
collectively agree, like in 2025, if you say something is mid, it's like it's shit. Like mid is shit. Like you don't ever say things are shit anymore. Just say that, okay, mid. Because you always like, people need to be politically correct. So they just call it mid. Mid is the new, like, it's bad. Yeah, and then if you say it's good, it's like, it's aight. You have to say it's 10 out of 10, otherwise you can go fuck yourself.
companion already visits the treasure with another player.
Which
so
is
the game
hedges
won't
out
straight up just
3.7
hand-holding
when
you.
it comes out.
I'm not sure about the Endfield version, but it looks like you can enable and disable if you want your companion to guide you once you get very close to the chest. And if all else fails, the game now even adds a treasure chest detector.
Holy.
Not sure I like the game hand holding me this much on
Stealing
exploration,
from Wuthering.
but on the bright side, it seems the detector is a rare consumable device. So I guess for the majority of the time, you will have to rely on your own or companions.
Absolutely unacceptable. Literally taking
Moving on, the developers also
treasure
showcased a shared structure feature. A structure that your friends made to help you navigate the map, and vice versa.
Your friends can make the base for you.
Shared structure feature. A structure that your friends made to help you navigate.
Oh my god, your friends can make the base for you. We need a council of executive account managers to cook this, bro. We'll call it Poke Land. The land of Bogey. And it will be built by 10 different executive companies. $1 a month.
The map, and vice versa. So it is something like Death Stranding, I guess.
Ooh,
In this Ruling City tour, we can also see that they have added some small animations to the operators, like how Surtur sees what's around her when she's walking. And a bunch of new animation when the operators are sitting. Photo mode is also confirmed in Beta 2 as well. I was really looking forward to this. Hope the photo mode feature will be as good as GBF Reeling, the anime-styled game that has the best photo mode I've seen so far. Next up, the developers talk about operators and combat. In the upcoming Beta 2, we will get 9 new operators.
Damn! Ardelia, Last Right, Poke, Alashe, and then a bunch of 4 stars. Exceptional.
So, excluding Endman, that's a grand total of 22 characters in the next beta. We'll get 3 new 6 stars, and 2 of them are familiar characters for Arknights players.
Exceptional, never tried before.
We got Aja, who's called Ardelia here, and she is a supporter.
Ardelia.
Then we got Heligor in his prime, with a new Russian name that I...
That is literally set, but less buff. Exceptional.
don't dare to pronounce. And he is a Vanguard. The last 6 stars, a new
Wait,
character
why
called...
is it don't dare to pronounce?
Last Right.
What is his name? Pork Ra. Pork.
And he is a Vanguard. The last 6 star is a new character called Last Right, a brand new striker class in
Don't worry
Endfield.
about it.
There's a new 5-star called Alesh, and then 5 new 4-star characters. These 4 stars are probably the equivalent of Arcanite's 2 or 3-star units, who you can easily obtain early in the game to fill your team, or making different team composition. By the way, the 4-star units from the first beta have their rarity increased to 5-star.
Interesting.
Next up, about class and combat. There will be 2 new classes in the second beta, Vanguard and Striker. But they also remove specialist classes for whatever reason. Anyway, Vanguard is a class that will focus on restoring the team skill point. As for Striker, it seems to be the unit who will consume elemental status on enemies to inflict powerful burst attacks, while other class seems to be pretty much the same in what they do in the first beta. Elemental statuses are also the same as the first beta, though there are changes to physical status. The developers also talked about dodge rework. It's pretty much the same thing as what I explained in my previous video.
I heard that this dodge thing, it was like a big hoo-ha with like the Endfield community. Okay, like, not the casuals, right? I consider myself a hella fucking casual, but like people that actually were like logged into Endfield, and they were like really, really involved with like the CBD. I think the dodge was like a big concern, because it felt very clunky. And I think it got to the point where they were just saying like, just remove dodge completely. It was like a pretty big hoo-ha.
Now we have a perfect dodge that gives SP and reduces stamina consumption for a brief moment.
Okay,
and dodge will no longer reset your attack combo. But according to the devs, you can only do 2 dodge in a quick succession before entering a cooldown. Now there's also a new mechanic for some tougher enemies, a stagger node. Seems to be that node in the middle of their stagger meter, which if you succeed to fill half of the stagger meter, the enemy will become disoriented for a bit.
Oh, so
next there are some adjustments to enemy
Zenless
visual effects. New type of enemies that will have a certain weak spot. Some operators like Searcher will get a new attack animation. The 3 bosses of Valley 4 have also been adjusted and added some new attack patterns. Moving on now, devs are talking about Endfield Factory. The first new thing they added is a blueprint system. Supposedly you can copy and paste your own layout, or use one from your friends.
You can use one
it's
from your friends? Wait, your friend can build their base? You can just steal their base layout, and you can just immediately Control-C, Control-V. Bro, that's crazy. That actually is crazy. That will actually change everything.
Factory skill tree.
Devs listen.
It's an important and a must-have feature for every factory games. So I'm surprised to see some people are against the blueprint system. Probably just a loud minority, but come on guys, it's literally a quality.
Oh my god, it's the fucking elitists. Oh my god, look out guys. The zero cyclers of Endfield are here. They won. They chose mainstream audience, and Blue Ring is destroying the aspect of Factorial. Yeah, but besides, I worry I won't be able to ignore it. I don't even want it available to myself. I want to learn the system and figure out all for myself. But having that option might take me to give it and take the easy way out, guys. Oh my god, pandering to casual.
Quality of life feature normal for factory games.
Bro.
And if you don't like to use other people's blueprint, you can just ignore it and build your own layout.
Oh my god, elite.
Anyway, they also added what is called AIC Steward. Supposedly this is now the place where you can consume factory gameplay currency or other points to expand your base, and even add some places where you can gather operator upgrade materials in the area. The factory depot bus now can also be placed freely wherever you want. In the first beta, it can only be placed at a fixed position at the edge of your factory. So this is a very welcome feature to add more flexibility. But it looks like this portable depot is locked behind factory progression or skill tree. So I guess for some time you'll have to work your way around the fixed depot bus position.
You're talking to elitists over
Moving on, devs show us what's new in your spaceship base in the second beta. They have added a reception room, which also acts as a place to showcase your collection, like operators, weapons, and achievements.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
And you will be able to visit your friend's spaceship.
You can.
They have also added new and better animation.
Really like, bro, back in those days, when you I'm not sure y'all are young enough or like old enough. There were like Facebook games, right? Like Facebook game was like a hella real thing. Like you could play like Farmville, Neopets, or bro, you could like visit your friends' Facebook bases. So like, there was this game that I fucking loved. It was called Backyard Monsters. Facebook game. Backyard Monsters. So you could build your own base and you can visit your friend's backyard and then you can like give them points. It was very, very nice. Exceptional.
Like how Enman now sits more stylishly when sitting on that chair on the bridge.
Back in my days, of course.
Also, when you give your operators a gift, there's now a small animation after they receive it,
Yippee.
which makes the game feels more alive and natural.
Yay. A yay animation. Yay.
It looks like they added a new game mode where you can explore a certain place to get materials and gacha currency. Not sure how it's going to play yet, but it looks like this is a significantly improved version of Endfield Weekly Game Mode in the first beta. Or maybe an entirely new mode, we'll have to see later.
Okay.
Next up after this, the devs talk about operators and weapons gacha.
Devs.
The operators gacha is easily the hot topic right now, because they slightly changed it from the first beta, and not exactly in a good way. So basically, for operators gacha, there will be 3 kinds of banners. New Horizon banners. Gacha currency can only be obtained through gameplay, so it's all should be free. And the way the devs describe it, kind of sounds more like a milestone reward than a gacha. By the way, after completion, you will be given a top rarity unit, but it's unclear if it's a random 6-star, an already predetermined 6-star, or maybe you get to choose which one.
Okay, so I guess this is like the beginner banner, right? Blah blah. Progress to the main quest, hunting point, blah 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 blah. Right. Oh yeah, I'm guessing this is like the beginner banner. Then they'll probably just give you a 6-star. Yeah.
Then comes the main gacha banner.
Okay.
The basic and chartered headhunting. It's something that is better to comment on once we get its details. But
bro, I remember Enfield's gacha was really, really good though. I think back then it was already known that the only bad thing about Enfield gacha was that it had no pity carryover. Back then, right? But because the rates were like so much better, it doesn't really matter if there was a pit. Like, it's really good for anyone that's not a gambler. Then the gacha was really good. So, yeah, I thought it was...
These two banners probably act the same as in some other gacha games like Genshin and Wuthering Waves. And the chartered headhunting seems to be similar to the limited operators banner we got during the first beta, that has soft pity at 80 pulls, and guarantees a featured operator at 120. While the basic only have that soft pity, and probably only featured fixed operators. In the chartered banner, they also said there will be a rotation for the rate up characters, and the featured operator will only stay for 3 rotations. In this example, Searcher is featured in the 3rd chartered headhunt, but in the 4th banner, she should be replaced by someone else. But the sad part here is that once Searcher is gone, she won't be added to the basic headhunting like what Arc Knights do to most of their gacha characters. And if you want to get her again, you will have to wait for her to get a rerun. And I guess depending on how frequent this rerun, this new banner system will either be an issue or a very small one. Either way, it might not look good for the time being, but we'll see how the real deal is going to be.
Okay, so there are 3 6 stars. Okay, the 3 of the highest rarity unit. They will rotate on, like, I'm guessing, like their weekly or bi-weekly basis. But once the banner goes away, it will be copying the, what you call it? It's like the Hoyo Kuro formula, right? Like, you won't be copying like Uma Musume and CZN formula. So you have to wait. You have to wait for reruns, essentially. Okay.
Next up, the weapon gacha. Looks like weapon gacha is pretty much the same like in the first beta, but now there's also a milestone reward to give you more 6-star weapons. And if the weapon gacha currency is still as easy to obtain as in the first beta, then it's really good news.
Yay.
I suppose that is all the important information I can give you from the live stream. Tell me what you think. That should be all. Adios.
Adios. Okay, so what is the general sentiments on this, by the way? What is the general... Endfield is peak. Good comparison, Dragon's Dogma. Blueprint haters. Okay. 1 to 3 star. Okay, so TLDR, I guess it looks pretty good, right? I don't think there's like a back in my days, R9 players won't taint about this filthy casual. Is this the gacha good for gooning? Okay, I think Endfield is not too good for gooning. It's like in the goon meter, it's like alright. Like it's a very mild goon meter. Like I feel like it's comparable to like somewhere between Wuthering Waves and HSR. So like in terms of gooning, right? Like Genshin is like the lowest, and then it's like HSR, and then Wuthering Waves, and then Zenless Zone 0, and then like I don't know, Nikkei or whatever the fuck. I think Endfield looks to be somewhere between HSR and Wuthering Waves. So it's somewhere here. Like a little bit more and a little bit lesser than WUWA. So other than that, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it. Some of them are really, really good. I remember there was this the pink girl. Okay, this girl, she was like
Photo mode is also confirmed.
Okay, yeah, this girl was hella big. Like she was like spilling all over your face kind of big. So it kind of depends on the unit. Some of them are like pretty cheap. But like, for other games, like I guess if you want to compare like Nikkei, right, Azure Lane. Okay, honestly, CZN, respectfully, 90% of them are like straight like tits and ass, like in your face. So goon meter wise, I give it a very solid 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10, right? That's pretty much gonna be it for Arc Knights Endfield live stream summary, because I am not watching 50 minutes of live stream. Let me know what you guys think of the summary, or maybe if this guy missed anything, comment down below. Raw of the day is gonna be bottom morning, right? Okay, see you guys on the clip channel. Bye bye. You have cooled your last cool, my man.